the best thing I ever had, but it ain't working. If there was a magic pill I knew could heal this hurt, I would drop a couple mil. Break lights in my head. You see diamonds, I see red, and you say I'm never home, but you signed up when I was gone. You try to change me, I'm still the same me. Silver just can't be gold. We go round in circles. My mama said, honey, you shouldn't be jumping hurdles. Love ain't supposed to be this hard, though once we start driving us apart. Break lights in my head. You see diamonds, I see red, and you say I'm never home, but you signed up when I was gone. You try to change me, I'm still the same me. Silver just can't be gold. You should know better, we can't be together. Silver just can't be gold. You can bring me sugar, babe. We know how it's gonna taste. Even though I'll bend and break, still don't mean I'm gonna stay. Can't convince my heart to feel something that ain't real. You try to change me, I'm still the same me. You don't believe me, silver just can't be gold. Break lights in my head. You see diamonds, I see red, and you say I'm never home, but you signed up when I was gone. You try to change me, I'm still the same me. Silver just can't be gold. You should know better, we can't be together. Silver just can't be gold. You try to change me, I'm still the same me. Silver just can't be gold.
And
Yes.
I definitely agree. That is a fun way to start. Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr., part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I'm documenting life's moments through photography, videography, and now podcasting. And for this special live edition, I got Kirstie Kraus on, and we are talking about her recent release album, Yes You Can. Kirstie, how are you tonight?
I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Hank, for having me. And this is really special to be able to say that it's out and the fact that we get to celebrate it tonight. So thank you for having me. This is
Oh,
awesome.
and I'm glad that you come back. I always love collaborating with you. Just a quick little admin stuff. Make sure that you follow Kirstie Kraus on social media. You can follow me too. I appreciate it. And please share this broadcast out there so that everybody can see it. If you do, let me know about it. And if it's a public share, I will pick randomly one person to receive a Yes You Can album. I will order it for you and have Kirstie's people send it out. So please share this podcast and let me know. So how's your night going, Kirstie?
It's good. And as you're talking, I'm looking back there at your photos, all of the live photos you have, and right on this part of your head is three of us all together from the Florida Strawberry Festival at the Strawberry Festival in Florida. And that was like the best day ever to have two of my really good friends be on stage. And I actually was with Krystal King today, working on songs and all this stuff. So it's just such a good moment that you captured right there.
Yeah, so definitely really enjoyed you coming down to have all three of you, Krystal and Brady all on the same stage. What a night that
Yes.
was. And can't wait for you to come back to Florida to play again.
Yes, looks like October I'll be coming back. But doing what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say that you always pick the right times to come to Florida because right now it's hot, it's rainy. Then you come strolling along here in October through the winter months and just enjoy it.
Yeah, I got side note, I got some good news yesterday. I'm officially on the ballot for nominations for the Trop Rock Music Association's award show. So Bird is on there, Something New is on there, and that made me so happy seeing that the other day. And we're gearing up to be a part of this, my second ever meeting of the minds in Key West with the Trop Rock community. So it looks like there's going to be many Florida things happening in the future, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. And you just mentioned something new, and I can
Yes.
see waiting down there is one of the co-writers to that song, Joe Sly. So let's bring Joe in.
Oh, this is awesome.
Hey,
Hey.
Joe, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm feeling good. How about y'all?
Good, good. So, Joe, tell us a little bit, I mean, from your perspective, how we met, kind of our journey of like writing together a little bit. Let's get into it.
You want the origin story, the whole thing about the superhero writing team that we've become?
I love it.
Yeah. Well, I think it must have been in Madison, Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, legend is that I remember meeting you and seeing like some of your songs at the NSAI chapter up in Green Bay, Wisconsin when I was like 15, 16, 17, like trying to be part of the chapter, learn as much as I can about songwriting and what that meant. And I remember you. And then years later, I think we reconnected again.
Yeah, I do remember there was a NSAI workshop in Madison with I think Liz Hangber. Liz Hangber was doing the workshop, and we both ended up there at the same time, and both kind of showing our songs and getting some feedback and connecting again. And then I think I had moved to Nashville in 2015, and I think it was shortly before you did. So you were still coming down to Nashville just to be writing trips, and then we ended up. I think that's when we started writing on one of your trips to Nashville. Wrote
And
my
as we mentioned, one of the songs that you guys wrote is Something New, which is kind of like the thing that brought this album, to fruition when it came out. Tell me about Something New and how that came about.
Go ahead. The day we wrote it, I think, I don't remember where the first session was, but I think the second session for that song was in a library. Is that right?
Yeah, you remember writing the library in what is that part of North Nashville called? But yeah, there was on one of the work tapes, you can hear them making an announcement like, "Hello, the library is closing in 20 minutes. Please bring your checkouts to the front desk."
Oh my gosh, that was
Yeah,
yeah,
I think a little mandolin there, just like a little portable instrument that I could bring there.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
and who
remember?
had the first concept to this song?
You know, I remember, Joe, I don't know if you've ever heard this story, but I was leaving the house and Zeke, my producer at the time, and he was like, "Oh, are you guys gonna like finish something up or are you gonna start something new?" And I was like, we're gonna start something new. And then I just kind of like the whole drive there, I was like, start something new. Okay, we're gonna start something new. Like, how does that? Maybe I could put that, in the song. And really, I love Joe as a co-writer. He's one of my favorites, which is why we have, I don't even know how many songs at this point together, like 15 to 20 songs we've written. But I just feel like anytime I bring him something, he's like, "Oh, I got you," and like I can sing like this little bit of a melody, and he's like, "Yep, know what you're doing, got it," like, and
That
it's awesome.
Yeah, you guys do definitely make a good pair. And why don't we go ahead and start by playing something new here on Hank's Corner?
Awesome.
A long time coming, and all of a sudden, goodbyes and misty eyes. Got everyone's blessing, and no second guessing. Never been a better time. They say good luck you were always here. If you ever feel like coming home, won't forget where I came from when I moved away from the only life that I've ever known. I've heard a sound playing in my head for so long. It's beating in my heart and it's strong, going with the groove. I'm starting something new. I'm follow the tune, do whatever I gotta do. Ain't got nobody asking me to go on and make that move. I'm starting something new. I'm starting something new. The rhythm of the city, the people all around me moving to their own beat. It gives me harmony as I live my melody. I can be who I wanna be. Endless possibilities. I've heard it sound playing in my head for so long. It's beating in my heart and it's strong, going with the groove. I'm starting something new. I follow the tune, do whatever I gotta do. Got nobody asking me to go on and make that move. I'm starting something new. I'm bigger picture needs a different frame. Everything changes, one thing always stays the same. I've heard a sound playing in my head for so long. It's beating in my heart and it's strong, going with the groove. I'm starting something new. I'm starting something I'm starting something new. Here we go. I'm starting something new.
Hmm.
Welcome back to this special edition of Hake's Corner. We are live here with Kirstie Kraus and Joe Sly. They are the writers of Something New, one of the songs that you will find on the album Yes You Can. Now, Kirstie, tell me a little bit about this album because I know it was a long time coming for you. So, how special was it to finally release it? And tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, before we let Joe sign off here, I just want to say thank you so much for having so much patience with me in the writing room and also helping to make this album what it is. I mean, without your talent, and I'm gonna get emotional, but like being able to write with you is such a treat. You are literally one of my favorite humans to write with, and I'm very proud of what this project is and what we put together and the songs that we wrote together that are on it. It just means so much to me. So there's so many more songs for you guys to hear that Joe and I have written in the future to come, and I perform a lot of them. I always text you and let you know when I'm performing your songs. So I thank you so much, and I'm gonna let you guys go back to being with your family, and we can talk about the record and celebrate more. But I just appreciate your time coming on live.
I love it. I love all of it. The feeling's very reciprocal. you're always one of my favorite writers, and the vision you bring, and to see all the little places and all the big places that you're playing the music, and it's just thrilling, and it makes my heart happy to know that the music and the things that we create are going out in the world, and bringing some people some joy and some harmony and all the good stuff. So let's just
Yes,
keep writing a couple hundred more. Let's just keep doing it.
absolutely.
And Kirstie said, we'll hear some more in the future, and not too far in the future, because we do have one more song that we're going to be playing by the two of you before the end of this broadcast.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the record in general, and yeah, feel free to sign out anytime, Joe. We want to be respectful of your time and all the stuff that you got going on. But the record in general is just putting this project together. Some of these songs I wrote 2017, 2018, like years ago, and we really took a long time and spent a long time putting this project together because I wanted to be really for sure about my sound and what, like, kind of making my debut impact on having my own sound, something that was country but also introduced a lot of other flavors and some of my sounds that I grew up with, and kind of putting that in there and infusing that. So that was really important to me, to be able to put a project out that I really felt like was a piece of art of music that I was proud of and made me happy to perform, listen to over and over again, jam it in my car, like still. So I think it was worth the wait for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned that some of these songs had been out there for a while, but there is something special. It's kind of like a milestone when they do come together and make an album. And I've been asking everybody lately because, vinyl is making a comeback. Are you going to put this on vinyl?
I have had people ask me that. I guess I've looked into it. It's like $25 to put one on vinyl. And I may in the future do something like that. Like if I am in a position where it's like, okay, I have a couple records, like go get a couple of these records all on vinyl, like do a 3-pack or just something like that. I mean, I may get a vinyl for me and a couple of my, family members to play at home, because eventually I'm going to inherit my great grandma's record table and be able, I think it would be really cool to have that in the collection as well.
Well, definitely I will be one of the ones ordering that. And, as we mentioned, it's not on vinyl yet, but it is on CD. And if you are sharing this podcast, if it's a public share, let us know because I will purchase one of those CDs, and Kirstie's people will go ahead and send it out to you. And one of the other songs on there is called Girlfriend Intervention. And let's go ahead and play that, and we'll come back and talk some more.
All right. We'll see you soon, Joe. Thank you so much.
Boys should know we're watching everything you do. Yeah, we got the lowdown on every guy in this town. We're the first to know if you've been messing around. Girlfriend intervention, it's time to move out. I need your attention, 'cause I'm telling you now. Girl, you gotta lie and cheating dog in your house. Girlfriend intervention, let's get you out. One phone call is all we'll need, and we're packing up your stuff. I'll even bring a muscle man with pants and a truck. Trust will take everything from silverware to couch. When your ex gets home, we'll find a dark, empty house. Girlfriend intervention, it's time to move out. I need your attention, 'cause I'm telling you now. Girl, you gotta lie and cheating dog in your house. Girlfriend intervention, let's get you out. You know what? I think I'm sleeping with the wrong man. And it turns out she was. She was sleeping with a cheater who lived with my best friend. Girlfriend intervention, it's time to move out. I need your attention, 'cause I'm telling you now. Girl, you gotta lie and cheat and dog in your house. Girlfriend intervention, let's get you out. Let's get you out. Girlfriend intervention.
I love that one.
And that was Girlfriend Intervention, Kirstie Kraus, and that was a little bit of her sass there. And I like how Lori says that this is a favorite, and it's a true story. So,
Totally.
do you want to tell us a little bit about that background then? I'm curious
Yeah.
now.
You know, the first time I performed that song live was pretty intense because there's like that talking, like it's not really a rap part, but I kind of just verbatim tell the story in the song. And at the time, I think I was on my way to work, and it was about 9:30 p.m. I was working at an IT company, and I got this weird call from this girl, and I was like, "What do you want to talk about?" Like, and we slowly pieced it together that this boy was essentially with my best friend and also with this other girl for a couple months, and I was like, whoo, I'm gonna have to be the person that says this, that shares this message. I know I hate this, and it's a weird position to be in, but you gotta tell your friend. And so I did, and it was just long story short, I left the next day for Nashville. I went into the writer's room and I was like, "You're not going to believe this. We need to write about it." And so that's how the song was born. It's Girlfriend Intervention, and we really did pack up all the stuff, and he came home to an empty house, and it was all of that. All of the lyrics are just kind of the storyline. So I'm sure people can listen to the song and like picture their own music video in their heads.
Yeah, so let that be an inspiration out there to those cheaters and everything. With
We have
girls stick.
eyes.
Yes, girls
We
will stick
know.
together. And how great is that to, be able to, take something that's going on and be creative and put it into a song and ultimately maybe a video. How does that feel to be able to have that outlet?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's so therapeutic. If you're writing about something that's happening like right now, which I definitely feel like I've written so much. Like I've written so much with Joe Sly, who came on earlier in the live stream, one of my favorite co-writers, to the point where it's like we get on Zoom together and we're just talking about what's happening in life, and we're talking about like what my feelings are in that moment, and then we come up with the song just by talking in the moment. And so I feel like we've written so much, I don't have to like come in prepared with a bunch of like musical ideas. We lock in and find something pretty quick out of just what's happening in the moment, which is super cool. Other writes where I maybe don't know the people as well, I come in more prepared and maybe not writing about what's happening right in that moment you know
Definitely. And so, as you know, one of my creative outlets is the photography and videography. And, I had reached out to you because I had seen you come into Florida, but it was actually because of Freedom Jam 2021 in St. Louis that I was able to go through Nashville, and I was headed up that way where we were able to meet up. But, it was kind of like I said, because of Freedom Jam and really kind of with Molly Lovette and you, and then
I saw
you
her
know,
last night, by the way. Shout out to
oh,
Molly.
shout out to Molly and another artist, Allison Asarch. All three of you were willing to, give me a shot to do some photography with you, and it just made my trip to Nashville and up to St. Louis a great time. So, I have to give you thanks for allowing me to, use you guys to be able to jumpstart that.
Okay, well, time out here. I need to give you a thanks back because I would not be sitting on pictures like this that you're sharing and posting. And all of these that I've been sharing lately are from Hank Jr. Productions. So I am just so appreciative. These are all like perfect Florida vibe stuff. I've been using them everywhere for posters, for promo photos. So it's been really fun to be able, we've talked about this. I feel like every time we get together for a shoot or any sort of photos, they just get better and better. It's awesome.
Yeah, so wait till you see what we have coming up next. But like I said, it is because of Freedom Jam, and I'm going to go ahead and promote them because I always do on my show. Because what Freedom Jam is about, it is a concert series that where proceeds go to help our military veterans. And so I
Yeah.
always say it's a great show for a great cause. And we're going to be out there again on September 10th in St. Peters, Missouri this time, and Molly Lovette will be back there as well as Mark Perkins, Taylor Austin Dye, and Brady Seals. So be looking for that. But not only is it great to work with you, but you allowed me to use your music to be able to put on some of my wedding videos, and one
Yeah.
of those songs is "What Love Does." And every time that I have used it in a wedding video, I get nothing but fantastic reviews. They're they feel so blessed that you allow them to have that song on their video.
Oh, I love hearing that. That makes me so happy. And I know you've texted me and shared that you put a song to mine. I'm like, that is amazing. It like blows my mind every time. So that's really cool that they feel that way.
Well, like I said, thank you for allowing me to do that, and let's go ahead and hear that song here on Hank's Corner.
You're always there in my faraway stare. You're the lead of my daydream movie. Matter where you are, you're my bright star in my endless galaxy. Magical madness, amazing, kind of crazy. Bang, zoom to the moon when I'm with you. Sound of your voice lifts me up, up, up. Can't get my mind off how you touch, touch, touch me. Falling deeper with your every kiss. Beautiful bliss. Never felt like this, but I can't resist you. That's what love does. That's what love does. I'm craving the taste, your lips and the way love rushes through my body. Powerful drug, I can get enough. Pour your sugar over me. Floating and flying, borders no denying. Sky high on cloud nine when I'm with you. Sound of your voice lifts me up, up, up. Can't keep my mind off how you touch, touch, touch me. Falling deeper with your every kiss. Beautiful bliss. Never felt like this, but I can't resist you. That's what love does. That's what love does. That's what it does.
And that's what love
Yay!
does. Just one of the songs that you can find on Yes You Can, the latest album from Kirstie Kraus. And not only can you find it on that album, you will also find it many times on my website, or I should say on my social media, promoted it whenever I can with the wedding videos. And thank you, Lori, for showing all the links. Yes, please follow Kirstie Kraus on all her social medias if you're not already doing it. You can also find her kirstiekraus.com, which is, I believe, where you can order the CD, correct?
Yes, and at the Linktree and KirstieKraus.com. That's correct.
Okay.
I will
And remember,
ship them anywhere.
that's right. And remember, if you want a free one, go ahead and share this publicly, and I will randomly pick one that I will go ahead and purchase and have Kirstie's people
Aw.
send it out to you.
These comments are so sweet. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, and thank you everybody for tuning in. I mean, we got people, all over the United States. We have people that are in England, and I guess kind of all over. So be sure.
California,
Yeah, there you go.
John. Yeah. Florida. Lots of people in Florida, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, my state. And so tell me, we still got 6 months, I guess. About almost 6 months left in the year. What can we expect from Kirstie Kraus?
Ooh, oh, well, I just released a part 2 of the Yes You Can tour, and that puts us out to September. And so I got dates filled up to September. Feel like a very lucky girl to be able, yes, I'm on Spotify. I feel like a very lucky girl to be able to go back to my home state a couple of times more this summer, go full band. I'll be performing at a festival called Atwood Fest for a 90-minute set, all of my originals, and then also a festival called Taste of Madison, full band. So I'm really excited about that full band stuff. I have a Trop Rock Festival, my first Trop Rock Festival out of Nashville. So I'm going to be performing right here in Nashville and be on the official lineup, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, that's some of the things. I'm definitely going on the road. I'm definitely writing a lot. Those are like the 2 buckets that I am focusing on the most right now.
And you mentioned that Trop Rock Festival. By chance, are you going to be playing Floridays on as one of those songs?
You know it. I cannot not play Floridays. I think I have about 9 to 10 Florida songs. I finished another Florida song up today with Krystal King, which is so much fun. But Floridays was like the first one that I wrote, and so I feel like more attached to it, and it definitely pulls in a ton of pieces of my experiences when I was in Florida for 9 weeks straight, that first winter of like 2020. So yeah, that was just an amazing time, and I feel like I have to record that song.
And because I'm pushing it for it to be our state song here in Florida, and I don't know if it'll ever happen, but that's where I'm going. And for those of you who don't know, Kirstie Kraus sang that song on one of my earlier podcasts. I believe it was episode 4. So if you haven't seen it, go back on my YouTube, check that out. I think it's episode 4. Kirstie Kraus, and one of the songs that she'll be singing is Floridays.
That's right. And we got to record it right at the Compass, right next to Anna Maria Island, which was really cool.
Yeah, definitely. So, Kirstie, once again, I appreciate you, coming on the podcast, the special edition. Be sure everybody, like I said, check her out on social media. Look for her album, Yes You Can. And for those Spanish speakers, it's Si Se Puede. So go out there and, get this album, and be sure to let Kirstie Kraus know that Hank Jr. Production sent you. So, Kirstie, thanks again for a, wonderful evening. I hope we get to collaborate again soon. But before we get off, we're going to have one more song for the audience out there. This was another song that you co-wrote with Joe Sly, and it's called Just One More.
Yes.
Running down neon lights, shooting pool slams. 'cause we're all crazy, but we're regulars here. When I start to see the bottom, it's time to head on home. Then Bobby pours another round, and friends don't let friends drink alone. I just stopped here for one. Now we're all having fun. Off the clock on the rocks, what turns into 3 of us. 5 short hours, while I'ma be buzzing. And if I stay for under, I'll be in too deep of a creek. Y'all gon' help me paddle back to shore. I guess I got time for just one more. One more tall boy, I think it's time to dance. Come on. One more sing long, drink long. We